Hello everyone, let us solve another LeetCode question, and the question name is container with most water. So let us read the problem first and then we will understand the question with the help of first example and try to find some solution out of it. So let us read the problem first. So you are given an integer array heights of length n, and there are n vertical lines drawn such that the two endpoints of the ith line are I, 0 and I, height of I. Now what does that mean? So this is nothing but they are saying that we are being provided the height array which contains n values, and the each and every value is drawn in xy coordinate plane. So the first value is 1, so height of 1 is drawn here. Next value is 8, so height of I is drawn here, and so on and so forth. It keeps going till we reach the end of the array. Now what does the question says next? We need to find two lines that together with x-axis form a container such that the container contains the most water, and in the end we need to return the most or the maximum amount of water that we can store. Now what does that mean? So let us see this first example and understand what the question is saying and try to find some solution out of it. So let us see this first example and try to understand this question. So the question is saying that we need to select two lines such that we can store water within these two lines. For example, right now till now understand this thing only, that we need to select two lines. So let's say if I select this line and I select this line, so what is the amount of water that I can store by these two lines? Obviously I can store water till here, because if I will go above this height, the water will come out from here. So what is the total amount that we can store by these two lines? It will be nothing but the area. So it is height into width. So what is the height here? Since we can't go above this height, so we need to take this height only. What is this height? This height is nothing but 4. So height that we will get here is 4. What is width? Since there is gap of only 1 unit, so width is 1. So the total amount of area or the total amount of water that we can store by these two lines is 4 unit. Now what we actually need to find? We need to find two lines such that we will get the maximum amount of water. So how we can do that? We can try out each and every possible combination of selecting two lines. So let's say we name these two lines as left line and the right line. So let us say initially our left line will be here and right line will be here. So I will just name it as L and R. So let me just erase that. Yeah, so L and R. So we will first see what is the total amount of water that we can store by these two lines. So we will get the answer as this. Then we will shift our right line to here. Then we will see what is the total amount of water that we can store by these two lines. Then we will check for these by these two lines. Then we will check for these two lines. And we will try out each and every possible combination. In the end, when our right line will reach here, we will now shift our left line. So let me just erase this. So now my left line will be here and right line will be starting from here. Then again we will move our right line here and try out each and every possible combination. So what is the amount of water that is stored by these two lines, then by these two lines, then by these two lines, and so on and so forth. But the problem here is the time. It will take a lot of time because we are trying our left line for n number of time, and for each number of time, for this one particular time, we are moving our right pointer n number of time. So it is taking n cross n big O of n square time complexity, and this will give us time limit exceeded error. So what is the optimal solution? Let us see now. So there is a technique called two pointer. So we will use this two pointer technique to solve our question in most optimal way, or we can say in O of n time complexity in this case. So let us see how this technique will work. First, understand what the question was actually trying us to find out. The question was saying that we need to find the maximum amount of water. So just think by clear logic that what can be the maximum amount of water that we can get. Obviously, we will start with our left pointer here and we will keep our right pointer here. By this way, we can say that I can get the maximum amount of water by these two lines because these are the farthest 2 points. So by common sense we can say that yeah, these two lines can be the two lines that can be the that can store the maximum amount of water. Now let's see how much water that these two lines can store. Now it is clear that we can't go above this height because minimum of left height and right height we need to take. Why? Because if we go above this line, our water will get out of container. So we can't get above this 1 unit of height. So I will just draw the line here to have a clear explanation. So this is the height 1 that we will take. So by these two lines, what is the amount of water that we can get? So this is of height 1. So our height will be 1. And what is the width? Width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Now, the total amount of water that we will get from these two lines is nothing but 1 cross 8, that is 8 unit of water. Now that is really not the answer, because if you look at the solution or the answer says something else. The solution says that these are the two lines that we will get the maximum amount of water. Now the question is how we will move this to left and right pointer. We can move or we can adjust our left and right pointer by just one simple observation. Our right height is of height 7. Our left height is of height 1. So just think what height or what pointer should we move, either left or right. We will move our left pointer. Why? Because our left height is lesser than the right height. So whatever height is lesser, we will try to move that pointer. So our left pointer will move here now. These are the 2 points that we will choose now and see what is the amount of water that can be stored by these two heights. So what will be the height? Minimum of left height, comma, right height. Minimum of left height and right height. What is the minimum? Minimum is right height, that is 7. So our height will be 7. What is width now? Width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So width is 7. So what will be the amount of water that will be stored by these two lines? It is nothing but the area. So what will be the area? 7 cross 7, that is 49. So 49 unit of water will be stored in this container that will be formed by these two heights. And this is our solution. Now we will not stop here. We will complete our iteration, because in this case we know that the answer will be formed by these two lines. But let's say we are given some another example. So what we will do, we will complete our iteration. So what can be the how we will move the pointer? Minimum of left height and right height. What is minimum? Right is minimum, so we will move our right pointer to left side. Again we will compute the total amount of water by these two lines, and then we will compare it with the current maximum, and so on and so forth. We will do the same thing again and again. Again we will see what is the minimum, left height or right height. We will see that right height is minimum, so we will move our right pointer to left side. Now our right pointer is here. Again we will compute the total amount of water stored by these two lines. Again we will do the same thing, compare it with the current maximum and update if we are getting higher maximum or not. Again we will compare what is the minimum height, left height or right height. We will see in this case both are same. So let's say we move our right pointer. So our right pointer is now here. Right pointer is here. Again we will compute the total amount of water by stored by these two lines. Again we will compare it with maximum, and so on and so forth. We will keep on doing until and unless we reach to the point that now we cannot move our left and right pointers now, because if we move our right pointer here, they both will come to the same point, and we want two different lines, and we can't go we can't cross these two lines or these two pointers from each other. So we will stop our iteration here. Now how we are seeing, how did we solve this question? Let us see in terms of code now. So let us see the code now. So initially we will initialize our maximum height with 0. This is the height of the this is the size of the height array. We will initialize our left pointer with 0 and right pointer with n-1. Why? Because we want to maximize our amount of water. Then we will iterate till both pointers cross each other. So while left is lesser than right, we will compute the total we will compute the amount of water by stored by these 2 points. So how will we compute? We will find simply the area. How we will find the area? We need height, we need width. Width is simple. Width is nothing but right pointer minus left pointer. What is height? We have already seen. We need to take the minimum of height of right pointer and height of left pointer. Why? Because if we take the maximum value, so water will split out from the one of the end, so we'll take the minimum. So what will be the area? Area will be nothing but minimum of height of right pointer comma height of left pointer cross right pointer minus left pointer. So we can say that this is width, this is height. So I have written the same thing here, minimum of height of left comma height of right multiplied by width, that is right minus left. So this will give us the current area or the current water stored by these two lines. Now we will compare it with the current maximum. So if this area is greater than this current maximum, so it will just update it with the current area, otherwise it will remain same. Now we need to shift our pointers. So if height of left pointer is lesser than the height of right pointer, so obviously we will move our left pointer to right side, otherwise we will move our right pointer to left side. In the end we are just returning the maximum area. So what is the time complexity? Since we are using left pointer and right pointer and we are iterating in the entire height array only once, that is of size n, so the time complexity in this case will be O of n. And space complexity, since in this case we are not taking any space, we are just using 2 pointers or 2 variables, so the space complexity in this case is O of 1. So this was the solution for this problem. Hope you understood this solution. Thank you.